Hair seaweed hair moss is formed at the base of slow-growing plants, on gravel and stumps. It has a green-gray color. A paint of 4 cm and sometimes more can reach. It is very easy to clean using a toothbrush. Most aquarists consider this algae as an important nutritional supplement for their fish. Provided that it is not excessive, there will be nutrients in addition to the diets of Angel and Barbus fish. Strong currents will prevent their growth and cluster in a single area. All algae eaters will be more enthusiastic than you to deal with algae. Green beard moss. Green beard moss can create an attractive and different look on the stumps or stones in the aquarium. This gives the appearance of a thin green carpet on surfaces close to the light source. Although it is very soft and slippery, it is almost impossible to clean. It can also be seen on the leaves of slow-growing plants. It grows approximately 3 cm and it is fast to grow. The best way to control this algae is to feed the nerite snail. Say, Plecostomus spp. An aggressive fish, also known as Rosy Burb, and a red-tailed shark, are known to combat this algae. In addition to unbalanced feeding, lighting for more than 12 hours triggers the formation of this moss. It can be seen in plant tanks with low levels of carbon dioxide and nitrates. This algae can be found in tanks with both low and high pH levels. Green beard moss is also common in aquariums without plants. Short feather detection. Fuzz algae. Short fluff moss is formed in leaves and stems of plants. Whether or not exposed to strong light is not important in the formation of algae. Plants affected by algae experience nutritional deficiencies and do not accept food and release nutrients back into the water. If this moss is not too long, it is considered normal. If you are feeding, say, Autosynclus affini, amano shrimp, dwarf stingray or moly in your aquarium, you will not have a short hair moss problem. Balanced fertilization also helps prevent this type of algae. Brown algae. Brown algae growth is more likely to occur in aquariums with low illumination and in newly installed systems. It is a known fact that strong light destroys this type of algae, but algae can still occur in areas where the light reaches less in these systems, in shady parts and on the leaves. It can also be seen on aquarium glasses, on stones, and on your decorations. It is possible to clean this soft and slippery moss type even by hand. Autosynclus affini and snails can control brown algae. Staghorn horn algae. This type of algae often appears in gray-green colors and grows, forming branches. It is generally seen on plants and equipment near the light source. The most beautiful feature of staghorn algae is that it appears only in certain parts of the aquarium and grows slowly. Plant leaves, in which the staghorn algae are proliferated, must be pruned. Generally, high ammonia levels, stocking of extra living things, high organic load, and low CO2 levels are among the reasons for the formation of staghorn algae. Solution way. Staghorn algae are effective weapons in fighting, say, amano shrimp and red-nosed shrimp. Of course, the most effective weapon is to avoid mistakes that cause this moss type. For this, organic load should be avoided, regular and correct amounts of CO2 should be given and regular water changes should be made. Green spot perception. Green spot, green dot perception mostly occurs in areas of the aquarium receiving lots of light. It can occur on glasses, on the leaves of slow-growing plants and on various other objects. CO2, low phosphate rates and excessive illumination are among the main reasons for the formation of green spot perception. Since it is very difficult to scratch from its origin, living things fed with algae are not effective in combat with this algae type. Nerite snail is one of the few snail species that can eat green spot algae. Solution way, mechanically razor etc. It can be removed from glass and other surfaces with tools. The formation of small amounts of green dots is considered normal. With regular fertilization, especially NPK, giving stable CO2 to the tank is the best way to prevent this algae from forming. Adequate water circulation should be provided for better nutrient transport. Slow-growing plants should be placed in less light areas of the aquarium. Regular and optimum lighting should be provided. Thread algae. The filamentous algae grow on the edges of the leaves, usually removing sparse branches. They can grow up to 30 centimeters. The high amount of iron in the aquarium can cause this algae to form. They are often accompanied by algae. Solution path. The iron content in the water should be less than 0.15 ppm. Instead of giving iron fertilizer to the plants as liquid, use iron-containing materials such as marble fertilizer or lava stones under the sand.